Hey Gemini, welcome to your weekly reading for December 1st to the 8th. I am Charlene Lizette. Whether you are new or whether you are returning, a massive thank you to you. Either way, I hope you click subscribe and become a part of our collective. Let's dive in and see what's going on for you, Gemini, this week. We do have that full moon happening in your sign, okay? And based off of what the cards are pulling, I think there's going to be some revealing information being presented to you that you might not even see coming. And this may very well be one so out of left field that you're like, what the heck, Char? What's going on, Char? But then on top of that, we have like the disbelief, the stress, the frustration, the anger, the resentment, like just an influx of emotions, you know, coming through and making you feel all sorts of ways, right? About this particular situation, about the revelation, about what's transpiring here. I even believe somebody might come around and ask for an apology because of the way that they have conducted themselves or behaved, to be honest, because that conjunction, I'm sorry. Boy. Okay, let me get one more card out. We're going to do love at the very end. Let me just see what the heck's going on here. Okay. So we have courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Then we have the conjunction showing up. A conjunction in astrology is when two planets or more, okay, are very close together. You know, a loose conjunction would be 10 degrees unless the luminaries are involved, so the sun or moon. Then some astrologers say anywhere between 10 and 13 degrees. But anything tighter, the better, right? Conjunctions can be good and conjunctions can be bad. Some people look at conjunctions as malefic. Some people look at them as neutral. Some people say that it really just depends on the planets that are involved. So for example, if we had like a Saturn, Venus conjunction, some would say that that's very hard, but then others could turn around and say, well, that just means that the Saturn person is very, you know, focused on creating that structure, that discipline, sacrifice for the Venus person, which, you know, can lead to longevity, like in a synastry reading. Or on the other side, you know, if you have it in your chart like a Saturn or a malefic, right? So we're looking at Saturn, we're looking at Mars, Uranus, to your personal planets, you know, it could create a bit of like tension. Okay, so like I have Mercury conjunct my Venus, so it's why you guys like listening to me talk, even though I don't like my voice. Weird, right? But that's because it sits in my second house of self-worth. Anyways, this conjunction here showing up, it tells me that I feel like energies are going to be kind of coming together, not in an opposition way. I'm talking about energies blending and a realization, a truth coming out. And I don't know that it's the truth that you want to hear, to be honest. With the Seven of Swords, the Tower, and the Nine of Swords, it's going to stress you out. But I do feel like this is Source's way. Do you guys see that? That has not happened in any other video, you guys. This is some Stranger Things SHIT going on. I don't think that what you're going to receive from this person or find out about this person is necessarily what you wanted to hear or what you were expecting to. I think it's going to stress you out, but honestly, it's like I feel like this full moon is revealing, because it's going illumination. This is not aligning. Goodbye. You know what this, can I be so honest with you? You know what this reminds me of? If you watch Lori Lunatic Astrology here on YouTube, I love her. She's such a great astrologer. But she talks about the bending of the nodes happening this week because of that full moon in Gemini. You're going to want to, this is not even sponsored. I don't even know her personally. I think we've talked on DM a couple of times, but that's about it. But she talks about it in depth, and because she's so articulate when it comes to astrology, I'd advise go watch her stuff if you feel called to it. But she talks about the bending of the nodes. And so what happens when these you know, this full moon aspects the nodes, which is going to be aspecting the south node and the north node. It creates destined changes. And I think this is what's happening here. It might not necessarily be what you want to hear. It might not be what you were thinking was going to happen. It might be like unexpected, but Knight of Cups, Page of Swords, King of Wands, Death. You're in control here because nothing can change if nothing changes. You know, it's like you thought you were, I'm just going to give you different scenarios. I don't know if any of these are going to align with you. You let me know in the comments. You thought you were going to get that role because your boss told you that you were up for the promotion, and then they announced the promotion to like the 400, employees at a work conference, and lo and behold, they gave it to Bob the Builder, not you, and you've been working your butt off for it, and you're just like, what the heck? And it's like that moment in time where you realize, Gemini, this is not the place for me. They don't respect me. They don't value me. They don't honor me as an employee. Like, I need to get the heck out of here, right? Alternatively, this could look like, you having a falling out with a lover, a romantic partner, a friend, a coworker, a colleague, a boss, anybody really, and you're thinking that they're going to come in with an apology. But when they do come in with the apology, which you've been waiting for, you're like, I don't even care anymore for this apology. It's like you thought whatever they were going to bring to you, or whatever was going to be offered to you, or whatever was going to be provided to you was going to be like the thing that was going to make you feel so amazing, so secure, King of Wands. But the moment that it's given to you, the moment that you receive it, the moment that it's delivered to you, you're like, I'm over it. I'm done. You know how else this could manifest as well? You going on a day and is something going awry with your partner or romantic person, and then it's like it's just change happening here. Yeah, but look, Wheel of Fortune, Two of Swords, the Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I think a lot of you are just choosing to walk away from something, to be fair, to be honest. I think a lot of you are choosing to just, because you just realize you're worthy of so much more, and you're just, if like you and I were sitting down talking, Gemini, would be like, Char, like, I'm so, like, I deserve so much better than this. And I'm going to say, yeah, you do. Okay, let's dive into your love reading. Let's see if this actually does resonate with love, or maybe this is something to do with your career or finances, because we really don't have any cups. Or maybe it's you. Maybe you're just so emotionally detached that you're just like, sure, I really just don't really care. Fair. High Priestess, Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, I don't know that it has to do with love. Maybe for a few select of you. But I feel like this dynamic has to do with work, to be honest, or friends, colleagues. You know what this could even show up as? I'm going to tell you guys a funny story, okay? By the way, my tarot certification course is on sale this week. I'm doing sales all of December to celebrate the last month of 2025. So if you want to get certified in tarot, learn how to read the cards, start your own business here on YouTube, all that stuff, go sign up, okay? I teach you the astrology, psychic senses, tarot, all that jazz. All right, so anyways, this to me could show up like as a frenemy or a revelation around your friends, because it's communication. You're mercurial, like finding out the tea, finding out the gossip. Yeah, I think you're good emotionally here with that Queen of Cups, Four of Pentacles. You're happy as a clam, whether you're in a relationship or you're single right now. Knight of Swords and the High Priestess. You're following your intuition here when it comes to love. But anyways, let me tell you this story. So I have a friend who I've been friends with for a while. We're not like the closest, but we're friends nonetheless. And she introduced me to another friend. And this friend was love bombing the crap out of me. And as someone who has survived narcissistic abuse, you can smell it, right? You can smell it. And I was like, something just doesn't feel right here. But anyways, I always let people show me who they are, the benefit of the doubt kind of thing. Anyways, we were out one night and she was all about, oh my God, like it was exhaustive about how you need to online date, how dating is a numbers game, and how if you don't go on a bazillion dates, you're never going to meet the love of your life, and you need to date, and blah, blah, blah. And her male therapist told her so, and yada, yada, like all this stuff. Anyways, we end up going out, and she has a boyfriend. We see a very attractive guy having lunch at the bar, or dinner at the bar. It was an early dinner, and we were in a very fancy area of the city, and I'm like, oh, that guy's kind of cute, like that was where I was just for friends. You're going to say that. She has a boyfriend. I know my other girlfriend would be attracted to that guy. And does she not go and start flirting with him? And listen, do as you want, but in that moment, you know, these tarot cards, that was what I saw. Wow, like cunning, deceitful. I don't want to be friends with them anymore. Maybe I didn't feel the Nine of Swords, but I definitely was like, this is not my person, you know, even as a friend. So maybe that's what's happening here. You might be also receiving an apology from a past lover here, a romantic interest where things maybe didn't align in the way that you thought they were going to, bitterness, but you're just like, this just makes me feel like this person is coming to say sorry for themselves, not for you. I hate to say that, but that's how I feel. And you're just like, yeah, I'm good, thanks. I'm going to be loyal to myself. I'm going to trust myself. I'm complete in this connection. I'm not interested in this anymore. And good for you. Good for you, Gemini. All right. If you want to book a session, get ready for 2026. We can do a whole cosmic map to prepare you for success for 2026. That's in the description box below. Ditto to sign up to any of my courses. I'm going to leave you with this video here, okay, to help you manifest healthy, beautiful soulmate type of love. All right. Thank you so much. We'll see you later, alligators. Peace out. Bye.